resource, in my view, is the human population. The human resource is actually a liability which is not managed well, but is actually an asset which is not managed properly. And I always say that it becomes, and it is a very good asset for future, but if you don't manage properly, then it becomes a liability, and you can see what is happening some partly in Pakistan. So the human resource side, the human resource management side is another issue which we always feel. Let me give a practical example of it. In 4 or 5 organizations which I deal with, and I am sitting on the board, we find lot of people who look for jobs, who are asking for the jobs, who are doing siparish to us in job immediately. And when you actually look for the job, you don't find a people. It means that we don't have a right system to identify the people, to select the people, to how to do interviews and things like that. And let me give you another live example. When this government came into power in 2013, they decided that all the human resources recruitment at the top level of all public sector enterprise will be outsourced. Chief executives, Pakistan Steel, PIA, PTCL, and that outsourcing was done to a panel of consultant in Islamabad, which is all private sector, and the human resource search was given to us in Karachi. We were asked to look for the chief executive of all public sector enterprises. And the experience was, and I led that team, the experience was very nice. But the end story is, that's up for you, that out of all of the people we selected, none of them were appointed. None of them were appointed actually. Because the kind of people we expect them to lead a public sector corporation was not suitable for some people, the kind of bureaucracy we have in Islamabad. So the question is that one of the basic problems in the country. For example, let me give you another example. In the case of PIA, in 2013, we said, and I still reiterate that the way to run the PIA will be to have a foreigner as a chief executive. And we identified, and then in 2013 they have a CEO for the non-resident. But the question is, the human resources selection, the human resource management is a very specialized subject that is not being handled in the right manner. But what I see, the ray of hope, the bright side of the picture is that the institutions like IBA, the society at large, has now realized, are now realizing or actually anticipating what are the real problems of this country, which may not be identical to the problems which people have in other places around the world. We have a different kind of problems, and we have to live and learn to live in that environment. Dr. Bari has experimented in this hospital, Dr. Ali has in SIUT. These are experiences which are our own experiences, and we are generating benefits out of it. Unfortunately, those experiences are mostly in the social sector. Those experiences are not tested in economics and business. But unless and until those experiences are actually applied in real business, because that business is actually the businesses are the provider of the employment and growth in the future world. So if those experiences, I would say off the shelf and different experiences are applied in the businesses, then this country will be different from what we are seeing today. This is one of the things which I have personally observed. One of the things I was just discussing before this the course which IBS has done now is family businesses. I am in this business for the last 30 years of this consulting on family businesses, and I can tell you that in Pakistan, in very few cases, the businesses survive 2 generations. In the West, they survive 10 generations, 15 generations. The Roche was with, today they survive. So the question is, why do our businesses don't survive different generations? What are the reasons? There's nothing political, there's nothing social. The reason is that we have not dealt the subject in a practical, academic, right manner. And now I think IB has taken initiative of doing specialized courses on these businesses, and that will be the. But let me conclude my discussion on one thing, that generally speaking, people feel and people see that the business and the economy of Pakistan is not going in the right direction. The perception of Pakistan, the perception of society is generally not as encouraging as it had been. I am not looking at it from what the government says, what the State of Pakistan report says, what the other people, what the general rhetoric on this matter is, but what I can see now, that the way the world is changing, the way the economies in the Middle East are changing, the way the West is changing, for whatever reason, I am not talking about going on the reasons, the way things are moving, I can show you, I can feel it, and I can give you an example of it, then you will be able to answer why I am saying so. In our firm, in 2016-15, we decided to make that what will be the future of our clients, because we have the largest number of clients in this country who we are serving. And we see what will be the future of those clients in the next 5 years, and we did a research. And we observed that none of our clients had made a loss in the last 4 years. None of the clients. If you ask the people in perception, they say Pakistan is not going the right way. But none of our clients have made a loss in the last 4 years. Things are not as bad as they are conceived. My message to the youngster is that ultimately this will be the better place for people to live rather than other places. What we should now consider seriously, and this is my message for the day, is that we should look seriously that we had been in the past exporting people. Means that our doctors, our engineers, our chartered accountants, our people like you, graduates, they go and serve in the West or Middle East. That is just a good source of income or evidence for us. But Pakistan should not be a supplier of manpower. Pakistan in future should be and will be the major exporter of services to medical services, engineering services, teaching services, accounting services, all kinds of services to the areas around us. And we are actually one of the few countries which have got a reasonably, I would say, still say, a reasonably good quality human resource available. We had been considering too much of the export of the people rather than services. So the Pakistan should become a center of export of services rather than exporter of people. In the past, in 70s, we used to have students from Lebanon, Turkey, Malaysia, everywhere. But now we don't see them. Why does that happen? Why is that? Why we are not the exporter of services? Why don't the people from Middle East get medical treatment in Karachi? Why don't they go to London where Pakistani operates? Why don't they go to America, in New York, and they are operated by a Pakistani surgeon? Why that hospital cannot be in Karachi? What are the bottlenecks in the development of human resource in this country? And it is only a matter of way things have to move, and I firmly believe that this will happen. Thank you very much, and I again congratulate all of you for this achievement in your life. and let me assure you that this is a better country to live in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all the very good remarks, sir. Your gracious presence means a lot to all of us here. The most awaited moment has finally arrived. Yes, now is the time we acknowledge the talent of our brimming individuals. The fruit of hard work and discipline will finally be reaped. You will now be receiving your prized diplomas, a symbol of accomplishment. The diplomas shall first be awarded to the students of PGD Supply Chain Management. The candidates for conferment of diplomas of PGD Supply Chain Management 2015 are requested to come forward and present themselves for conferment of their diplomas. May I now request the Academic Director, PGD Supply Chain Management, Dr. Ramesh Khalid, to come on the podium and present the candidates for conferment.
I present to you these candidates of PGD Supply Chain Management who have been examined and found qualified for the award of postgraduate diploma in supply chain management, to which I pray they may be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Dean and Director of this institute, I admit you to the postgraduate diploma and charge you that always in your life and conversation you do prove yourself worthy of the same.
Candidates may now return to your seats, please. The diplomas shall now be awarded to the students of PGD Human Resource Management. The candidates for confermative diplomas of PGD Human Resource Management 2015 are requested to come forward and present themselves for conferment of their diplomas. The Academic Director, PGD Supply Chain Management, Ms. Naila Ali Ansari. I want to correct myself. PGD Human Resource Management, Ms. Naila Ali Ansari, to come on the podium and present the candidates for conferment.
Sir, I present to you these candidates of PGD Human Resource Management who have been examined and found qualified for the award of postgraduate diploma, to which I pray they may be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Dean and Director of this institute, I admit you to the postgraduate diploma and charge you that always in your life and conversation you do prove yourself worthy of the same.
Candidates may please return to your seats. The diplomas shall now be awarded to the students of PGD Healthcare Management. The candidates for confermative diplomas of PGD Healthcare Management 2015 are requested to come forward and present themselves for conferment of their diplomas. May I please request the Academic Director, PGD Healthcare Management, Dr. Minhaj Ahmed Qidwai, to come on the podium and present the candidates for conferment.
Sir, I present to you these candidates of PGD Healthcare Management who have been examined and found qualified for the award of postgraduate diploma, to which I pray they may be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Dean and Director of this institute, I admit you to the postgraduate diploma and charge you that always in your life and conversation you do prove yourself worthy of the same.
Candidates, please return to your seats. I would now like to request Mr. Jami Moiz, the Acting Director IBA, the Acting Registrar IBA, to present the candidates who are being conferred diplomas in absentia.
Sir, I present to you the list of candidates of PGD programs who have been examined and found qualified for the award of postgraduate diploma, to which I pray they may be admitted in absentia.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Dean and Director of this institute, I admit them all in absentia to the postgraduate diplomas to which they are entitled.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request the high achievers of PGD 2015 to kindly form up for the presentation of gold medals and shields. I request the Honorable Chief Guest to please present these awards. Sayyid Ghazanfar Ali Shah of PGD Supply Chain Management secured the first position. Mohammad Shamai Faruqi, PGD Supply Chain Management, secured the second position. Ismail Sabir Faruqi, PGD Supply Chain Management, secured the third position. Haseen Fatma of PGD Human Resource Management secured the first position. Ali Imran Faruqi of PGD Human Resource Management secured the second position. Arman Minai of PGD Human Resource Management secured the third position. Dr. Ahmed Jamal of PGD Healthcare Management secured the first position. Dr. Nida Heather of PGD Healthcare Management secured the second position. Dr. Sayyida Mashal Zehra Zeri of PGD Healthcare Management secured the third position. Thank you and congratulations to all the candidates. It is now time that we extend our heartfelt gratitude to our academic directors. We'd like to request the Academic Director, PGD Supply Chain Management, Dr. Rameez Khalid, to please come on stage and receive the award.